I'll go back to another live stream. Well, first of all, let me see if I hit live. Let me check everything. I'm pretty sure I'm live. I should be, but yeah, double check. Sometimes there's like stuff with the internet and whatever. But let me see. Yeah, I think I'm live. Wait. Once again, I gotta double check. Uh, Yeah, it's good. Okay, I think we're good. I think we're live. Okay, I think we're good. I think we're live. Okay. Okay, yeah, I'm pretty sure we're live. Okay. Okay, yeah, pretty sure we're live. All right, yeah, everything looks good. What's up, guys? Welcome back to another live stream. I decided to do, when I was just, playing some GTA. I was like, why not do another live stream? Why not go live? Because I don't really go live that much. Then I just felt like it. Because like I don't really do like I obviously I do I do shorts every day, food reviews every day, and the movie reviews. But yeah, shorts. You get you get like two to three new shorts from me every day. But live streams, I don't really do that much. But once in a while, I just feel like going live and playing some GTA, playing some Madden, talking to you guys. And I guess I just felt like doing that today. It was just like, I just felt like it. So, yeah, so I'm here. We're live. We're going to play some GTA, once again, just mess around the GTA universe, talking to you guys. Hope, a good amount of you guys join. And, yeah, just sit back, get comfortable, and get your snacks, and, watch me play some GTA and say some shit. Say, whatever. All the stuff that I say. But yeah, just I'm just gonna have a good time in the GTA universe, and yeah, just gonna have a good time, interact with you guys. And it's just gonna be a good night. Probably gonna go for at least an hour, like I usually do. So at 9:42, I'll probably go till 10:40, I guess. And yeah, just have fun in the GTA universe. I don't really live stream that much, as you guys know, but I decided to live stream today because it's just like I don't live stream much, but like sometimes I just like to, I just like to go live, interact with you guys, play some video games sometimes, because why not? It's fun. But that's not something I do all the time because I like to, I focus on making shorts for you guys because shorts is what gets the views, and it's not just because it gets the views. It's just I like doing them more. They're, like they're easier to make, and yeah, they do get a good amount of views. I just like doing them. So live streaming isn't something that I do much, but something that like I do, when I feel like it. Like shorts is the main thing. I make new shorts every day, but live streaming, it's just something I like to do. Every once in a while when I feel like it. But it's not something I do like every day, like shorts. But something I like to do, every once in a while. When I feel like going live, I'm going live. So I felt like going live today. So that's what we're gonna do. You know, and yeah. Just feel like doing this. Just mess around the GTA universe, have fun, and yeah, hope you guys enjoy the stream. No one in the stream right now, but it's gonna be in a minute. But yeah, I just started, but whatever. And yeah, um, okay, I hope this cop better not be out. This cop ain't after me. Now, this cop's not. Yeah, he's not after me. Let's not do anything to alert him for him to be after me. Let's not do anything for the cop to. But yeah, because as of right now, I mean, I've only been live for 5 minutes, but as of right now, I haven't done anything illegal in GT in the. Well, no, I've done. No, I mean like as of right now, as of so far in the stream, only been going for 5 minutes so far. I haven't done anything illegal in the stream yet, or anything illegal in the game in the stream. If that makes sense, you know. As of now, you know, I'm just walking around chilling. Haven't caused any destruction yet in the GTA universe. I think we gotta change it. Hold on. It's been a how do I don't know. It's been so long since I played GTA. I can't. There. Hold on. Fuck, I forgot. Actually, did I really forget how to do the weapons? Am I that dumb? Hold on, give me a second. No. There's no way I forgot how. There we go. Oh. Sorry, I don't really play GTA much anymore, so I just forgot how to use the weapons for a second. That's crazy, me forgetting how to use the weapons. Then I forgot for a second. Just for a second. You know, it's brain fart. You just forget something that that you've known for a while, but you forget it for a second sometimes. Because I have kind of a lot of stuff on my mind today. Because a lot of stuff has happened the past couple days. So forgive me if I do anything dumb. There's a lot of stuff on my mind right now. Yeah. I kind of explained it another. I don't know if I want to go into the game. I kind of explained it in the Jets video. The minigun. Oh shit. Boom. Let's kill all these cops. Yeah, die, motherfuckers! Die, you motherfucking pigs. I sound like a liberal. I do. Yeah. Well, actually, guns are actually conservative, but killing cops is liberal. Yeah, killing cops is liberal. That's like the liberal thing to do is kill cops. Because liberals hate cops. That's all they do is defund them. So it's funny. It's like a liberal thing, but it's also a conservative thing. Because the gun part's conservative, but the cop killing is liberal. Because that's liberals hate. And it's also, well, I guess Franklin's black, so that presumably, I should probably shut up. Gosh, I need to shut my fucking mouth before I get canceled. God. But yeah, that's you know. But I mean, it's not really that. I make a valid point. Like obviously, like I'm not black, but Franklin being black, in the game, makes sense because cops, treat black, have treated, certain cops have treated black people, pretty bad in the past, with certain incidents and stuff that's happened. So, like, but it's still not right to kill cops, no matter what. Like, who, like, how's it going? Like, it's not right because it doesn't really it doesn't really help anything. Like if some it wouldn't really help anything by killing cops. Like two wrongs don't make it right. So sometimes certain situations two wrongs make it right, but in that situation, killing a cop is not going to do it. I don't know why I talk about killing cops. This is a game. It's a fucking game. Yeah, I know it's a game. Obviously it's a game. That's why people play games like this so that, obviously some people, some bunch of old people are like, these video games, like they blame old schools. Some old people, they blame school shootings and mass shootings on video games. Like, oh, all these young kids are getting poisoned by the video games, causing them to, kill people in real life, causing all these school shootings. The video game is corrupting the minds of our youth. All these video games, the kids play. They play all these violent video games, and they go do that shit in real life. But just shut up. Obviously, certain people that are not in the right mind, obviously can't, tell the difference between reality and a video game. Obviously, I know the difference between, I'm a normal. Well, somewhat normal. I'm a bit crazy, but I'm not like that type. Like, I'm a normal-ish, to where I'm not, I know, to not, I'm not, I know not to, kill people and stuff like that. I know, so, obviously, someone like me, I could tell the difference between a video game in reality. But certain people that are mentally ill and fucked up in the head that can't, and those people shouldn't be playing games like this because they can't tell the difference. So those are the people that go out and play violent video games, and they're like, that's, if I can do it in the video game, why can't I do it in real life? So they're confused. They don't know the difference because they're fucked up in the head. But obviously, someone like me, I can tell the difference between killing people in a video game and killing people in real life. Obviously, killing people in a video game, it's a video game. Killing people in real life, obviously, that has major consequences, and I know better not to do that. Obviously, like I'm not crazy. At least not that type of crazy. So yeah, like I know I'm not like some crazy person who goes out killing people. I'm not. That's not. No, it's not me. I don't do anything like that. I don't even do anything remotely bad. Anything remotely like I just chill, make YouTube videos. Watch movies, play video games, watch sports. Watch the Jets lose and be completely fucking horrible, or watching the Devils do really bad. The Devils they fucking sucked lately. Even Jack is back, but even with Jack back, they're still not playing that good. It's whatever. And yeah, the Heat lost to the Knicks, which because I'm a Heat fan. You guys probably know, see me with the Miami Heat hat on, stuff. But yeah, my dad's a Knicks fan though, so he's pretty happy about the win. But the last time we played the Knicks, we beat them. But this time, this was kind of like a revenge. So yeah, but there's this guy in Wawa. He saw me with the Heat hat on, and he was like, we beat you guys, and we beat you guys last night. And I was like, well, we'll get you next time. So whatever. But yeah, he was like, he was a big Knicks fan. He was like, yeah, we got you guys. He was like, we got you guys. We beat y'all, beating it. I was like, yeah, we'll get you next time. We'll get you next time. Get you. Because and the last time it was like a month ago, I think it was, when the Heat beat the Knicks. He was like, it was like the opposite. I was like, I think he was like, how do you feel about that the Heat Knicks game? I was like, yeah, we beat y'all, we beat you guys. And he's like, nah, I think the Knicks got it. I'll see what happens next time. And then now they beat us. So I'm not too mad. Like, that's not too mad. That's like, it's like a revenge game. They beat us, and it was at Madison Square Garden anyway. So, like, it was at their home, so they had the advantage because it was at their home stadium. So, like, I'm not too mad about that. I'm not, like, obviously it sucks that they lost, but I'm not, I got other shit to worry about, other shit that happened to worry about. But I'd rather talk about, yeah. So, but, like, so it's not the end of the world. It's what. I don't know if I want to go into that. No, I already explained it. Yeah, loss, death in the family. That's.
Watch out, moron!
Yeah, you asked for it. What was I saying? Oh yeah. Yeah, death in the family. My grandma passed away yesterday, so So yeah, it's been rough. She was pretty old. Like, we knew she was gonna die soon, but it sucked that it was right before Christmas. So yeah, so it's been rough because of my grandma passing away. It's been rough. It's been a rough day, and yesterday was pretty rough too. So usually I don't like to share personal stuff, but I feel like I've been doing this long now, so I feel like I can share some personal stuff. I'm still not gonna share like everything that happens. Like most stuff that happens in my personal life, I don't share. Like, I don't put on here because that's not like you guys' business. But something like death in the family, like my grandma passing away, I feel like I could share that with you guys. But I've been doing this long enough. So I feel like I could share some personal stuff with you, like certain personal stuff. I feel like I could share with you guys. Because you guys might be wondering, like in some of my videos, like you might be like see me not like not be like in the best mood and be like what's going on. So if you wonder why I haven't I might have not been the best mood in some of the videos because of that. It's tough. I barely like I've been miserable all day. I mean, right? I'm not too bad right now because now I'm live streaming with you guys. So I'm live streaming with my fans, my supporters. So I'm not too mad right now. But I wasn't I wasn't in the best mood earlier. Yeah, but yeah, it sucks. It's whatever. It is. I don't want to keep talking about this, but if that's what is been going on lately. So stuff. Life happens. People die. It's part of life. I mean, it's not like it was a sudden death. She was 95. So she lived longer than we probably thought anyway. But just the fact that it was right before Christmas, it just
Hey, pussy.
you know. But it was peaceful. She died in her sleep peacefully, and so yeah. It's not like it was like some crazy circumstance. It was peacefully in her sleep. That's probably the best way you can die. If you think about it in your sleep, but it's not like you died from like getting shot or like collapsed on the floor and had some medical emergency, had to be like rushed to the hospital and died like on the operating table. No, it's just in your sleep, you just pass in your sleep. It's just like it's nothing. It's probably the most peaceful way to die if you think about it definitely is. It's yeah. And it's rough. You probably wonder why I'm even doing this live stream right now, but that's why I just need to do something. Like I don't know. Like sometimes like I gotta do something to like distract myself, bad situations. Like when you hit like I don't know, I just felt like life like so I don't want to hear none of you say anything about me. Oh, like I don't want to hear any of you motherfuckers say anything like, "Oh, why you live stream? Why you live streaming on here right now when your grandma died? You should deal with be with your family and stuff." I have been with my family. I have we've been talking. It's been bad. But I'm allowed to like live stream. I'm saying I don't want to hear why you live stream right now after grandma just died. And, why can't I live stream? It's like you know like some people think that like they just they no, but no. But yeah, yeah. Uh, I'm allowed to live stream is what I'm trying to say. I'm allowed to do like stuff. And just because I'm live streaming right now, that doesn't mean like I don't care. Like people think just because someone's doing something after something happened, it means like they don't care about the thing that happened. Like someone like people they gotta go to work. Like no matter what happened, people got. I mean, some people they get like days off from that's man. But like if you got a job, right, and something happened in your life, like a death in the family, or something happened. I mean, you could take off, but I'm saying you still got to go to work, do what you got to do, no matter what happens at home. What's going on at home. Most likely, you're still gonna go to work because you got to work. It's your job. You gotta do what you gotta do. You gotta work, make money. I mean, a lot of times, like sometimes family members die, people take off from work anyway. But you get what the point I'm trying to make. Yeah, like you still like no matter what's going on at home, no matter what people have going on at home, they still go to work because you gotta make money. That's what. It's it's life. It's what. But yeah, it's felt like live streaming you guys and yeah, and interact because and I don't really as I said I haven't really live streamed in a while, so I was just like, why not? Let me do something. I've been tired, listening to Like it's I'm not I don't feel like I've been like listening. Like I don't feel like sitting around like you know I want to do like you know do something distracting. So I don't want to sit around and cry and or listen to emo music and shit. Like I want to like no I want to do stuff like you know do other stuff to you know, distract myself, take it off off my mind. So like because you know you gotta do sometimes like you gotta do stuff to take your mind off things. So like do like I don't just want to sit around and be depressed, you know, over the situation. I want you know still want to do stuff, you know, play video game and do stuff, you know, take my mind off it. Because if I'm just sitting around, you know, being depressed and I'm just like I'm not doing it. You know, it's like I want to do stuff to distract myself from situations. That way, I'm not depressed, and I take my mind off it. I take my mind off situation. It's not even that bad. I mean, it's bad, but it's like it's not like. But well, I mean, but I don't. I'm just rambling on this. I'm just, but like, I don't know what I'm trying to say. No, I know what I'm trying to say. What I'm trying to say is, you know, some people like, you know, like you can't just sit around and be depressed all day, you know, like you know, and cry and be depressed. And you can do stuff. It's like you can do stuff to like take your mind off things. You know, do stuff, keep you know, keep yourself busy to take your mind off things. I mean, I haven't really been doing much. I mean, I made a couple shorts before, but like it's kind of been a little harder to do so. It's kind of hard waking up this morning, you know, because you know, sort of after like deaths in the family, you know, obviously it sucks. So it makes it a little harder to get up out of bed. So it definitely made it a little harder. But I did what I had to do. You know, I went to school because I only got 2 days of school left until break. So like, you know, might as well go. And tomorrow's half day anyway, so that's gonna be an easy day. So I'm definitely going tomorrow. But you know, I wasn't really in the best mood at school. You know, but still went. You know, I still got to go. You know, because like I realized, you know, especially with only 2 days left for breaks. So my point is, I was still able to do what I had to do today, but it just was a little more difficult to do so. You know, I did it, but you know, it wasn't as easy because of you know my grandmother. So I was still able to do it, but it wasn't as easy. If you get what I'm trying to say. So yeah, that's yeah. Yeah. I don't even know. I'm just running around the GTA. I'm just like, just you know, kind of getting in, kind of like,
I don't want it here.
I don't know. I'm just
Your
kind of
first
like,
back by, I'm
I
screwed.
don't know. I'm just like rambling on, kind of like open. I don't know. Just I feel like I'm like in like therapy, and I'm just like rambling on. I'm just like rambling on to you guys. Because obviously, yeah. Because live streams, when I do live streams, that's when stuff gets more deep and that's when I talk about more personal. Because I'm like, when I do food reviews, it's like, all right, you know, I'm reviewing this product and I try, you know, it's really good. You know, this, you know, nice crispy. You know, really good. I give it 9 out of 10. But like, you know, I talk about the product. You know, that product I'm reviewing that food, and you know, saying it's really good, nice crispy, cheesy, whatever. And you know, I give it a 9 out of 10 or whatever I give it. But like I like that's all like I don't like I just talk about the food product. I don't talk about anything else. I talk about you know what I'm making a video on. Make a video on new Taco Bell, fucking you know the quesadilla. This brought back the quesadilla. Obviously, I'm gonna review it. You know, try it, review it, and tell you guys what I think about it. You know, I'm not gonna start talking about a bunch of other shit. But in the live stream like this is when I start talking about you know it gets more personal, gets more deep, you know, more deep, you know, conversations. You know, because you know, just conversations about you know whatever you know I could think of. It's what I talk about in life, and you know whatever's on my mind, whatever. And you know, so that's what's been going on lately. So that's what I'm talking about. But anyway, yeah, I don't want to keep going on about that. But yeah, it's just something that's you know been going on. So. But anyway, like I don't want the whole stream to just be talking about my grandma dying, but something that unfortunately happened. So, but anyway, yeah, yeah, Christmas, yeah, is coming up soon, and yeah, I was looking forward to it. I mean, it'll still be good, but because of my grandma dying, it's obviously not going to be a little more. It's not going to be the same, even though it's like she wasn't doing too good, but like it's still not going to be the same without her. It sucks to have it happen like right before Christmas, but at least she made it to like the holiday season. That's what, yeah. Well, yeah, but so Christmas probably not going to be as good as it was because I was in the Christmas spirit before this, but yeah, and like yeah, but now obviously it kind of takes me out of the Christmas spirit a little bit, something like this, it kind of takes you like I was in the Christmas spirit, but now I'm not really in it anymore. Yeah, it sucks because like it was like. It's like not just like because obviously yeah my grandma dying is the worst thing, but also I mean no I made a video about Lamar Wilson dying that was Saturday and found out about it. So in I mean he died in November, but I just found about it Saturday. So Saturday I find out one of my favorite YouTubers died from suicide, and Sunday it's like it's just it's kind of a lot. Obviously, my grandma died is obviously much worse, but it's still bad because like obviously it affects you more like your grandma dying because like it's grandma, but your favorite YouTuber that you've been watching for years dying, that's bad too. But they're both pretty bad. But obviously, my grandma died worse. So. But still, yeah, Lamar Wilson though he was yeah he was really funny. Lamar Wilson he was like a really, really funny guy, and like it was like and like instantly when it happened, when I realized it was suicide, I knew it was like it made me instantly think of like Robin Williams, Chester Bennington, even Etika, because Etika was another YouTuber that passed away from suicide, and but his like he was kind of showing him what he was like because he had that whole mental breakdown on the live stream where he was screaming at the police, like, and like it's like this live stream will not be televised, and he was like screaming all this shit like from his apartment, and the cops showed up, and like he wasn't letting the cops in his apartment at first, but then like eventually they came in and they arrested him. But yeah. So he was showing a little bit more. Lamar Wilson never showed it. Like he was always so happy and like cheerful and funny as fuck in his videos. He never showed any signs that he was going through something, but behind the scenes he was. Behind the scenes, obviously, he was going through stuff. He was going through something, dealing with depression, going through some stuff, and it caused him to, take his own life. It's crazy. Yeah. It's crazy, like when that happens. Like, cause like just like Robin Williams, one of the funniest comedians of all time. Like no one, thought when he committed suicide. No one, like everyone was, pretty surprised about that because he was like a very funny comedian, and he killed himself because he had that disease, that brain disease, that caused it. But still, it's crazy, like people that it's so funny and commit suicide, like just like behind, like they might. And like really funny, like funniest comedian of all time. In person, and we see them as really funny, really joyful people. But behind the scenes, it could be completely different. Behind the scenes, when they go home, they're it could be dealing with depression. But and sometimes they use comedy and like stuff like that as an escape. They use comedy and being funny, as an escape. So. Yeah, so that's probably what it was for Robin Williams. Probably similar to what it was for Lamar Wilson, but it's different, little different circumstances. But 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 yeah, you guys know what I'm trying to say. But like, and yeah, Chester Bennington, like he killed himself too, and before he died, the days leading up to it, he was fine. He was like happy, seemed fine. He was like spend time with his family in like Arizona. His family were like in Arizona, and they're all like having a good time playing like Monopoly, playing a bunch of board games and stuff, and just having a good time. He seemed like fine. He seemed like he was fine, having a good time. But then, like 20 hours later, or like a day later, or whatever it was, he killed himself. But it's just crazy. So yeah. And I know, yeah, Dashy's definitely her and Dash, because him and Dashy were like really good friends. I found out who Lamar Wilson was through, through Dashy. Like, through Dashy is who I found out who, Lamar Wilson was. Because like I would see them collab, and I was like, yeah, this guy's pretty funny. And then I checked out his channel too, and I was a fan of, because I was a fan of Dashy first, but then I became a fan of Lamar from watching, them collab, and then I became a fan of Lamar too. And so they were like, they had a real bond, because there's some, like, they didn't just collab because, they linked up and they just decided to collab, just because they're two YouTubers. They actually, like, you can tell in the videos when they were doing videos together, they had like a real friendship. They had like a real like friendship. Like they were like truly like good friends. They had like that friendship and that like bond, that friend bond that friends have. And so I know he's definitely hurting right now, Dashy. He posted on Instagram. It took him a while to post. He still hasn't like really he hasn't made a video on it. But yeah, he made an Instagram post, and he said like, rest in peace, Lamar. I'll miss you. I can't believe I'm making this. You were a great guy. And then like he posted a bunch of pictures and clips of them together, because like their collabs are funny as hell. They're funny when they would be like when they would collab with each other. They collab playing Mario Kart. They play Mario Kart 2 times. Oh fuck! Oh no! I'm getting attacked by a dog. God damn it! Oh no! That's not good. Damn! I got wasted. I got fucking eaten by a dog. It looks like he ate me. I don't even know. I got wasted. I got fucking eaten by a dog. I don't know. You fucking killed me. But yeah. Anyway. Yeah. Let me stop. Let me stop with the sensitive topics. But yeah. But yeah, I've been playing this. How long have I been? I've been live like about 30 minutes. That's 32 minutes. Yeah, it's been Franklin. I don't know why it's funny I'm Franklin, but I'm in like Trevor's like world, like Trevor's area. But yeah, let's switch to Michael. I'm getting tired of playing Franklin. Let's switch to Michael now. Why not? Switch to Michael. I mean, Franklin's cool, but let's switch to Michael.
Hey, baby, you looking for a date?
No thanks, gorgeous. I'm happily married now.
And now you are. You weren't before.
That's both our losses, baby.
Yeah, these are the prostitutes. Yeah, these are the prostitutes in the game. Yeah, these are the prostitutes. And yeah, I could have him give me a blowy. I don't know if I want to do that on stream. I don't know if I want to.
Hey, I'll take a rain check. This car ain't big enough.
Yeah, honk the horn to invite prostitutes into your vehicle. I would, but I don't want to get. Should I? I would. I would if I wasn't on stream, but I don't want to get my stream taken down, because like if these prostitutes give you like I think it's like it's like $50 for a blowjob in this game, and then for like sex it's like 100. But like I don't want to get my stream taken down, so I'm gonna have to pass on that for today. I'm gonna have to pass on that because I don't want to get my stream taken down. Because like if I had these prostitutes give me a blowjob, not me, but if Michael, if I have prostitutes give Michael a blowjob, if Michael gets a blowjob from a prostitute on stream, my stream might get taken down. So I'm gonna pass on that. I'm gonna pass on the blowjob or the sex for now, because I don't want to get my stream taken down. I'm pretty sure I've done something like that on stream before in this game, but I'm pretty sure the stream either gotten demonetized or taken down. So I'm good. I'm gonna pass on that for right now. Like, I don't want to get the stream taken down. I don't want anything bad to happen. Stream taken down and me getting demonetized. So I'm gonna pass on that. For right now. I'm gonna pass on that. And plus, some strippers probably got fucking AIDS and all types of fucking diseases and shit. Well, I mean, it's a game, but yeah, in process. I'm pretty sure I've been to the strip club on stream too before, but should I do that? Maybe. Nah. Because yeah, same. Yeah, stream taken down. I mean, it's not that I won't do it. It's just I don't want to get the stream taken down. Like, I'm not afraid, dude. I'll do whatever. Yeah, because sometimes you gotta be careful with what you do in YouTube videos. Because you can't even curse anymore. People telling me, I don't even curse that much. I curse in some videos, but like the Jets videos, we're talking about the Jets and the Jets lose, videos about that, the Jets. I curse because I'm mad, but I don't really curse in many of the food reviews. Some food reviews I curse a little bit, but not really that much. Those, for the most part, the food reviews are family friendly. Unless I do the meat stick reviews. If I do the meat stick reviews, then that's not family friendly. Me making them fellatio references, or the blowjob the penis jokes, or whatever you want to call it, the blowjob references, or the fellatio reference, or whatever the fuck you want to call it. So that's what I'm making the meats, because it's just funny. Like, people want to be like, oh, you're being inappropriate making them penis jokes, but who cares? It's just like, it's like not like I'm talking about fucking having sex and shit. It's talking about meat stick. Saying like it's a pretty big meat stick, and I don't know if I'm gonna be able to handle this much meat in my mouth. And it is pretty sus. It's pretty sus, but it's just fucking joke. It's not like that big of a deal. It's just a fucking meat stick joke, childish fucking dick joke. Like it's not anything crazy, but that is probably more of my mature rated R-rated food reviews, because like most of the food reviews are like PG, some PG-13. Those ones, the meat stick ones, probably is when it gets into the PG-13 R, is when those probably are most likely. Because so many people, like a lot of my friends, so fucking laugh hysterically at them at them fucking meat stick videos. A lot of my friends saw them, they thought it was funny as hell. It's stuff fun. It's fun. But yeah, because I reviewed, I've done probably too many meat stick reviews. I do meat stick sometimes, but I haven't done one this week. Did I do one last? I don't know. Maybe I did do them once a week, but so I probably won't do any this week. I want, because I'm reviewed every meat stick in Wawa, that about other stores, any meat stick I find that's interesting, I review that shit. And I've probably done too many reviews just because of the fact that I want to make the fucking jokes. It's funny. Because I do the meat stick reviews because it's good. The beef jerky, the meat sticks. It's good. It tastes good. But the main reason why I do them is because it's funny. So I can make some fucking jokes. That's the main reason why I do meat stick reviews, so I can make the jokes. It's funny, Which I'm pretty sure you guys probably get. So that's why I did kind of a lot of them. Now, I might take it easy. I'm probably gonna take it easy on meat stick reviews. Probably not gonna do any, for a little bit. Main reason because I kind of ran out of meat sticks to review, because I review every meat stick in Wawa, as I said. But so yeah, take a little break from the meat stick reviews. But that doesn't mean that I won't make the references, because I'm still gonna make those references when I get the chance. Anytime I review something and I get the chance, you can call me childish, you can call me childish or inappropriate. I don't give a fuck. My fucking YouTube channel, do what the fuck I want. So if I want to make a fucking dick joke, or a sex joke or whatever, I could do it. But then again, I could get demonetized by YouTube. But you know, if YouTube age restricts my videos, that'll obviously be annoying. But that's probably when I'll listen. But they haven't age restricted those types. They age restricted some of the videos where I cursed, but they haven't age restricted like where I cursed a lot of the Jets videos. Some of those age restricted, and then a lot of times I would take action. They would take the age restriction off, but those ones are the main ones that they age restricted. The ones where I curse a lot. But the meat stick reviews, they haven't age restricted those because I don't really curse in the meat stick. I mean, I make obviously the inappropriate jokes and the references, but I don't curse in those. So. I don't know. Why am I just driving? I'm just driving. I need to cause some destruction. I need to stop just driving. I need to fucking. It's GTA. I need to cause some goddamn destruction. This game. If I talk a little funny, it's just a little congested. So I've been a little congested the past couple days. So that's why if I talk funny, that's why. And GTA, motherfuckers! Look at Santa. Ah. Oh shit. Oh no! Oh, you motherfucker. Ah, fuck. God damn it. I don't know. I knew it was probably gonna happen at some point. Oh. Alright, Alright, wasn't Michael just in a suit? How the fuck is he in shorts now? Well, I guess since they're in the hospital, changed the outfit in the hospital. Because, old outfit had blood on it and shit. So, new outfit, fresh outfit. I think he was in different. I don't. Maybe he was in this outfit. And I just didn't realize until that happened. I don't know, guys. I don't know. I don't know. Sometimes I do stupid stuff. Sometimes it takes me a few seconds to some people tell me something, right? It's not that I don't know the answer. It's sometimes it takes me a few seconds to process in my head what they're saying. So sometimes at first I don't get it, but then sometimes after they say it again, I'm like, oh yeah. Or sometimes I don't get what they're saying right away, but I think about it for a few seconds. I'm like, oh yeah, I get what you mean, but I don't get it right away. Even if I know what you're talking about, I won't get it right away, but I'll think. Sometimes I'm like, wait, we talking about, and then I get my mind, because sometimes my mind is it doesn't work. But then after a couple of seconds, after I think about it, I'm like, oh yeah, I know what you're talking about, and it's not that I'm just saying I know what you're talking about just to get you shut up. It's that I generally wasn't it takes my brain a few seconds to realize what you're saying. Sometimes at first I'll be like, what? Wait, what? I don't know what that means. And then I think about it, I'm like, no, oh yeah, I know. I remember. I don't remember at first, but then think that, I just use my head, because I'm not, take, and then, like, I think about it, and then I'm like, oh, like, it comes back to me. I'm like, oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about now. Like, I didn't know what you're talking about, a second ago, but now I remember now. Like, I remember what you're talking about now. But, like, took me a few seconds to realize what they were saying. Like, it's not that I didn't know, just that, like, it took me a few seconds to realize, like, what they were saying, to process it in my head. I don't know if I'm slow. Yeah, probably I'm a little slow. Yeah, that's probably why. So it's not that I don't know. It just sometimes takes me a couple seconds to realize what someone's saying, or a couple seconds to, you know, think about. Because sometimes, like, I have my mind. I'm like, I might have lost stuff on my mind. So when someone tells me something, I might be like, I don't know what you're talking about. And then, like, a couple seconds later, I'm like, oh yeah, I know what you're talking about now. Like, I know what you're talking about now. Like, I didn't. I knew what you're talking about, but I just couldn't remember at first. But you gotta give your brain a couple seconds to think, and then so you might not get it right away, but after a couple seconds, your mind, just let your brain work, and then you're like, oh yeah, then you remember, but sometimes it takes me a couple seconds to process something and remember and realize what someone's saying. Then I'm like, oh, I know what you're talking about now. I didn't know what you're talking about like a second ago, but now I realize what you said. Now I know, what you're talking about. It depends though. Like sometimes, like right away, I'm like, yeah, I know what you're talking about. And sometimes if I have a lost stuff on my mind, someone comes up to me, I'm like, what? Well, I don't know what you're talking about. And then they're like, yeah, this thing. They maybe explain a little bit more. And then I'm like, oh. Then it comes to me. I'm like, oh yeah, I know what you're saying now. It's not that I didn't know. It just it took me a few seconds to realize what you said. So some people they're like, what? Like you didn't realize, yeah. It's not. Yeah. Sometimes people think I don't know. But sometimes if someone tells me a move, I know a lot of movies, but there's certain movies that I might not get off the top of my head. Like if you tell me, that movie with Leonardo DiCaprio, I'm not gonna know what exactly movie you're talking about because Leonardo DiCaprio's been in tons of movies. I'm like, which movie is it? You're talking about Titanic or Departed or Wolf of Wall Street? Which DiCaprio movie you're talking about? I'm not just, and then they're like, yeah, the one with you can't just say the movie with Leonardo DiCaprio. You gotta give me a little bit more than that. And so sometimes give me a little bit more than that, then I realize I'm like, oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. So if someone was trying to if someone was asking me if I've seen Titanic, but they're saying, yeah, that film, with Leonardo DiCaprio and Kate Winslet, I'm like, which one? And then with Kate Winslet, that I might think Titanic, but first I'm like, which movie? You gotta be more specific than that. And they're like, yeah, the one. And if they explain the one with the boat, the ship that sinks, I'm like, oh yeah, Titanic. And, now I know what you're talking about. But you can't just give me the fucking two little things. Just some people that you can give two little details and they'll be able to know exactly what you're saying by just very little information. But with me, there's certain things that maybe I can figure out what you're talking about with not knowing a lot of information. But me, I can't I'm not gonna know what you're talking about. But just you gotta explain to people. They gotta explain to me a little bit more than just a couple of things. And you gotta come on, yeah. You can't just say, oh, the Leonardo DiCaprio film where he falls in love, because there's so many the Leonardo DiCaprio films, and then that's not even the only one where he falls in love. There's also Romeo and Juliet. There's that one, and a few of them. But that's but yeah, Titanic. That's the main thing. Him and Kate Winslet. They fall in love, and a romantic thing. Have a love affair, and they the scene where they fucked in the and he puts her up against the glass, and he fucks the shit out of her, and yeah, so they go fall in love, do all that stuff, and then then he dies. And I was just thinking about Titanic before. I was because in the film, when they were floating Like, Jack was like halfway up, like she was on like the tarp, just in the ocean. After the Titanic sank, him and her, and she was like on like there was like a little like raft thing, and she was like fully on the raft, but like he was off of it, and like he was freezing to death because he was like half in the water, and she was holding on to him, and she was like, "Yeah, I'll never let go. I'll never, I'll never let go. I'll never let go." And 2 seconds later, she lets go. She's like, "I'll never let go. I'll never let go." And 2 seconds later, she lets go. So like how you said you were never gonna let go, and it's like, "I'll never let go, Jack. I'll never let go." And then she fucking lets go. She lets go like 2 seconds later, and he falls into the ocean. So it's crazy. Like I could like say never let go, but then that's literally what you do. You let go. Like come on. Like if you never like yeah, because like it was kind of like I don't know. She had because he was like halfway off of it, so that way she can be on it. Because he wanted her to, he wanted her to be and he didn't want her to suffer. He rather him suffer than her. He would rather suffer. He was willing to suffer and freeze to death for her, well-being. So, yeah, it was a great movie. Some people want to make fun of things like, oh, that was boring, but no, it's like one of my favorite movies of all time. And if people want to make fun, I don't care. It's a great movie. It's one of the highest grossing films of all time. James Cameron directed it, and he also directed tons of other films like Terminator. Arnold Schwarzenegger. Terminator. The Terminator is fucking badass film. Arnold Schwarzenegger was a badass in that shit. He shot up people, killed people and shot up place. He was a fucking badass in that. So like so that film's really good. Terminator, and then the Avatar films. The third Avatar film just came out. Fire and Ash. I probably won't see it in the theater. I'll probably wait until it comes out on streaming because it's like over 3 hours long. There's some movies that I've seen in the theater that are 3 hours long, but they have to be like worth it. And with the bad reviews right now, like Oppenheimer, that was 3 hours long. I saw that in the theater, but that was pretty good. That was like worth it. The 3 hours, like those 3 hours went by pretty fast because like that film was fucking amazing. Oppenheimer was a great film. It was amazing. And Black Panther, the Wakanda Forever. I saw it in the theater too. That was also 3 hours long, but that film was probably a bit slower, than Oppenheimer, but it was still so that probably felt like a little bit more like actual 3 hours. But that film I thought was pretty good. That film got like mixed reviews. Some people didn't like it. I thought it was pretty good personally. I liked it. Wasn't bad. Probably wasn't as good as the first Black Panther film, but I thought it was pretty good personally. That's me. But I'm saying like for a film, it's like I'll see some 3 hour films in the theater, but like sitting in a movie theater for 3 hours, it's kind of a lot. So like so for me to see a 3 hour movie in the theaters, it has to be like worth it, And I don't know if seeing the Avatar Fire and Ash in the theaters is gonna be worth it. Since the reviews aren't too good.
No way.
Trying to pick my pocket asshole.
But the first two Avatar Way of the Water, that was really good. I really enjoyed that. And the first Avatar, that was pretty good too. I'll probably see Fire and Ash on streaming, but I don't know. Yeah, I'm saying my point is James Cameron's a good director. Yeah, he directed a lot of great films. So yeah, Titanic, yeah, pretty good film, and Avatar, pretty good films too, and Terminator, So the point is, he's a good director. I mean, obviously, like a lot of his films are different. Like Terminator and Titanic are completely different films, but they're both like really good. Masterpieces. So he's a really good director. He's like a lot of movies he released. Like he's made a lot of classics is what I'm trying to say. He's made a lot of classics. A lot of movies he made are classics. Like Terminator, Arnold Schwarzenegger, that's a classic. And it's Arnold Schwarzenegger's biggest film. His most popular role. Most people when they think of Arnold Schwarzenegger, they think of Terminator. They think of Terminator. Like oh yeah, the guy from Terminator. Yeah, that's his most popular film. Terminator, or like couple other films he was in, like Jingle All the Way. That was good. He was kind of funny in that. And well, so he's in Predator movie, and a couple other things. He was in some Hercules movie, which that was like his first film. That was I don't know, yeah, that's kind of weird. But yeah, but I'm saying he was in a lot of films. He was in one with Danny DeVito, I think. And yeah, he was in a lot of movies. But Terminator is like biggest role. So it's the one that everyone knows. It's the one that he's most known for Terminator. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, and Leonardo DiCaprio is probably most known for. I don't know if he's most known for Titanic, but that's definitely one of his most popular films. Yeah, Titanic. Yeah, Titanic is probably like is one of his most popular films. That's like that's definitely. I mean, he's been in so many films. Leonardo DiCaprio is a great actor. He's a very good, very talented actor. He's great. I mean, that film One Battle After Another. I still haven't seen that, but I want to see that soon. That one looks pretty good. So I'm probably gonna watch that soon. And I'll probably do a review for when I do, because that was pretty good. Yeah, he's done a lot from Wolf of Wall Street. That was really good. That was pretty crazy. Plays Jordan Belfort. Departed was really good in that. It's kind of a crazy movie to him and Matt Damon and Jack Nicholson. Jack Nicholson was a badass. Oh no, they're shooting. See who wins this. Oh shit, they got him. Just got him.
Come on, let's take him! Asshole!
Okay, I think you got him. Yeah, you got him. Yes, you got him. Seems like they got him. Let's go.
Hey, sorry.
What the fuck are you pulling out your gun for? It was an accident. I bumped into you. Oh fuck, now they're after me. Oh shit. I literally just bumped into it. They're fucking shooting me after I just bumped into you. Come on. Like, how do you know it was an accident? Bumping into people is not like it's usually an accident. You're shooting at me for bumping into me. Not even that. Not even. But like, come on. Well, that didn't go too well. That didn't go too well. Yeah, I did that. But yeah, Titanic is okay. I talk that shit with it if I want to. Titanic, yeah, really good. Like, it's a really good film. Music, Celine Dion, My Heart Will Go On. That really good song. It's made for that film. I believe that my heart will go on. I don't know if I've even seen that right. The beginning part, the sound. My heart will go on. You know that, yeah. Yeah, you get it. But I'm saying the film, it's a really great film to take, so I don't care if people want to make fun of it. Like, I like what a lot of other people say too. It's a really good film. It's a really good movie. People saw that film like 8 times in the theater when it came out. It's a really good film. It's a classic. It's great. So you can't like. So people that want to make fun of it, that's them. It's their opinion. Fuck. Like who gives a shit? Because it's a classic. It's like one of the highest grossing films of all time. And it's a really good film. Games, and I think Titanic. I don't know. Titanic, yeah, it might be number 1. It's definitely up there. It's definitely up there in the highest. I know Avengers Endgame is like number 2 highest grossing film of all time. think Titanic may be like number 3 or 4. Titanic's definitely high up there. I think Avatar is. No, I think Avatar is actually number 1. Avatar's number 1. It's another James Cameron film. I think, yeah, so that's what I'm talking about. James Cameron, has made several films that were like James Cameron's movies were like are some of the most popular, biggest movies of all time. Titanic, Terminator, Avatar. They're fucking huge films, films. So, yeah, he's a really good director. So. I can't think of any other directors that made that many class. Well, I mean, Quentin Tarantino, Martin Scorsese, they made classics. Reservoir Dogs, Pulp Fiction, Kill Bill. Kill Bill films, those are pretty big. Quentin and Martin Scorsese, Goodfellas, Casino, Taxi Driver. Raging Bull, all of his films had De Niro in it. De Niro and Joe Pesci, especially De Niro was in a good amount of them. And yeah, Casino, Goodfellas, great films. Yeah, Goodfellas was probably like my favorite movie. It's probably one of my favorite movies. It's not my favorite. Probably it's definitely high up there on my favorite movie. It's good. Casino, another one of my favorite movies. And yeah, The Godfather. The Godfather is another. Yeah, Godfather is probably my favorite. Yeah, Godfather is really good. Classic. Marlon Brando, Al Pacino. It's classic. So that's probably my number 1 on my list. And Goodfellas probably number 2. But yeah, I love any of the mob movies, especially the ones with De Niro and Joe Pesci in them. They're great. Goodfellas, Casino, Raging Bull. Raging Bull is really good too, really good one too, and classic. A little different than Goodfellas and Casino, but similar. Robert De Niro plays Jake LaMotta, and it's also one of Joe Pesci's first films. It's Joe Pesci's first film with De Niro, and his first popular film. So Joe Pesci's first popular film. So yeah, and it's a really good film. And yeah, Jake LaMotta was a pretty bad guy. He was a really bad guy. He beat his wife. And he cheated on her. And he was technically a pedophile because he married a 15-year-old. I think it was his second wife. He leaves his first wife for her. She was 15 when they started dating. So back then, no one really cared about this stuff. But so it was different. Back then, you were able to get away with that. And there was a good amount of people that they married fucking 13, 14-year-olds. But it's just back then it was more normal. It was it was still weird, but no one really cared about. You were able to get away with that back then. But now you're not. Now it's different. So if he would have dated her today, he would definitely been a pedophile. So he was a bad guy. But Robert De Niro played him really well in that movie, really well. A lot of it took a lot of it took a lot from De Niro, because then at the end, when Jake LaMotta's older, he gained 80 pounds for that to play the older Jake LaMotta, and I think he was Marty offered him, he was no, you don't have to gain all that weight, you could wear a fat suit you can wear, and he's no, I gotta gain the weight, because he wanted to gain the weight, and so they shut down production for 3 months while he gained the weight, because he wanted to feel. He wanted to really get in the character, he wanted to feel how Jake LaMotta, felt, in real life. He wanted to really feel how he felt. So yes, that's what he did. And yeah, definitely, it took a lot of, takes a lot of dedication, a lot of work, and dedication to do shit. That's probably not that difficult, but it's definitely not easy. Definitely took a toll on his health, his body. Because he probably just ate a lot, drank a lot of beer, ate a lot of who just sat around eating Twinkies and eating, bunch of, bad foods. So yeah, it's losing weight is more difficult than gaining weight. Gaining weight, that's not that difficult. You can do that easily. That's the problem. Gaining weight's very hard, but losing the weight, it's not easy. So, I'm working on trying to lose weight. I've lost, some pounds. I've definitely lost some weight over the summer. I'm gonna continue to, but I'm saying like it's not easy. It's not an easy thing. I'm working on it, but it's not something that like it's like easy. Problem. But I'm definitely working on slimming down and losing the weight. So yeah, important. Oh, how long have we been streaming? We've been streaming a good amount of time. Over an hour, 5 minutes. All right. I think we can probably get off now. Because my goal was to stream for like an hour, and yeah. And to catch a grenade for ya, throw my head on the plane for ya. I jump in front of the train for ya. You know I'd do anything for ya. I would do anything. Take a breath into my life, 'cause I'd die for you, baby. But you won't do the same. I should probably stop saying that before I get demonetized. Not demonetized, copyright. Gonna catch a grenade for ya. Throw my head on the plane for ya. Jump in front of the train for ya. No, I'll do anything for ya. Yeah, I should probably stop saying. I don't want to get copyrighted. Yeah, I don't want to get copyrighted. But I don't know. It just made me think of something. Shit. Fuck. Oh, no, the cops are after me. No, I'm gonna have to take the cowardly way out. Oh! Michael couldn't handle the cops after him, so I decided to take the cowardly way out. I shouldn't be joking about that. I was just talking before about that shit. Now, they can joke about it, too. That's the way my mind works. Mine's fucked. Yeah, obviously, I have a fucked up sense of humor. It's not that bad. I don't go around making like jokes about like tragic events like some people. But yeah, I make jokes about a lot of stuff. I don't. So yeah, not like anything too crazy. Just I make a lot of jokes about a lot of that stuff. Yeah. Sometimes my jokes could be more towards the darker side. I try not to say those types of jokes on here. Sometimes I might, but like not like super dark. Because like some things that like I can say with my friends that I'm not gonna say like in public or on street and stuff. Obviously. And that's what everyone does. Because like me and my friends have a group chat, and if like the government or if that group chat got leaked, we would be fucked. Like we would be so fucked if the fucking group chat got leaked. We would be fucking really fucked. So yeah, we would be fucked. We'd be like really fucked if that group chat got leaked. Because like they were fine. We would probably all be in jail right now if they found But yeah, obviously certain things they could say that you say in the group chat with your friends, say with your friends that you're not gonna say in public, or to like other people. There's certain things you could say that your friends that you wouldn't say like your family, because like or you wouldn't say it in public, or like on fucking YouTube. So yeah. Screen going for about an hour. I talked about a lot of stuff. Yeah, I'm going about an hour, 10 minutes. So yeah, I think I'm gonna get off now. Played, long enough. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Hope you guys enjoyed the stream. I like live stream. I like talking with you guys and interacting with you guys and playing some GTA. I like doing it. I don't do it all the time, but once in a while, I like doing it. I like going live and interacting with you guys on stream. So yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. I'll catch you guys next time. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for joining the stream. Whoever did. And yeah. Excuse me. I don't know. That was a weird burp. That was like a. It was like a. That was a weird burp. But I don't even know if you guys heard that. But anyways, yeah. Thanks for joining the stream. It was a decent stream. Thanks for joining the stream, whoever did. And yeah, make sure to drop a like on the stream if you haven't already, and also subscribe to my channel. It'll really help out a lot. And have a good night, everyone. See you guys later.